On the channel, we've talked about mixed numbers, we've talked about improper fractions, we've also covered how to convert an improper fraction into a mixed number. Today we want to cover how to do the reverse. How do you take a mixed number and make it into an improper fraction? And I have good news. It's a rather simple thing to do. It's roughly a 2 to 3 step process. The main things you're going to need to do is to multiply and add. If you can multiply and you can add, you can convert a mixed number into an improper fraction. So let's jump into what our steps are going to be in order to pull this off. So here we have a mixed number, 3 1/4. Notice your whole number and your proper fraction component. The first thing we want to do is determine the denominator. Remember, your denominator is what's in the bottom. Determine your denominator. Your improper fraction is going to have the same denominator as your proper fraction component of your mixed number. So we look at this denominator and we know that our improper fraction is going to have the same number. This is where you want to start. You can consider this step 1. Now we're going to do two things. We're going to go from here to here, and then we're going to go from there to there. But how are we going to do that? What are we doing with these arrows? Remember I said we want to multiply and add. We're going to multiply this times this. So our 4 times our 3. Going from our denominator to our whole number, we want to multiply them together. So that's going to give us 12. Then we want to add 1. Add our numerator. Plus 1. So if I was to rewrite this, taking into account all the steps, we would have our 4 in our denominator. We have 3 times our 4, or I guess technically you could say 4 times 3. It's the same thing, but trying to keep with the movement. 4 times 3, and then you're going to add 1. So 4, that stays the same. Then you have 4 times 3 plus 1. And you do all that, you get 13 over 4. So it's a rather simple process. Like I said, 2 to 3 steps, depending on if you want to consider this first part a step. You keep your denominator the same. Then you're going to do some multiplication and some addition. Let's see what we get if we do this mixed number. We have 2 2/3. Remember, we want to keep our same denominator. Then you're going to do 3 times 2. So you can write it out like this if it helps you. 3 times 2 plus 2. Now this is going to be order of operations. You want to make sure you're going your multiplication before your addition. So by doing that, you're going to have 3 times 2 equals 6 plus 2 over 3. And then you're going to make that 6 plus 2 into an 8 over 3. So our 2 2/3 becomes an 8 over 3. This is going to be our improper fraction when we start with this mixed number. So now that we've covered how to do the steps, let's talk about how we're going to remember these steps. Now, although I said this is going to be simple, with all the math that you already know, it's going to be pretty easy to mix up a step or two. Remember, we have addition and multiplication. How do you know which one to do first? Remember, we're going to start from the bottom and go all the way to the top. But how do you know not to go, or remember, not to go from the top to the bottom? There's so many things that you can possibly get confused that we should probably think about how we're going to remember this. Now, there's going to be plenty of ways to do this. I'm going to propose one way that helps me. So when I do mixed number conversions, so mixed number into improper fractions, my mind is thinking stairs. And that serves a bunch of different purposes, but it's thinking stairs. So if I was to draw some stairs, assuming I'm at the bottom level, wanting to go all the way to the top, I can't just go straight up here. I have to go to my next platform. It's a stair, right? It's a staircase. So going stairs, boom, stairs up to there. But I gotta get all the way to the top. So I don't want to just stop here. So I create more stairs going to the top. Just like that. So now I have stairways. And remember, we're going all the way to the top, but we have to stop here first before we go on to our numerator. How do we know whether it's addition or multiplication now? Well, the stairs help me as well. If we're going to come in on the ground floor and we have to go all the way to the top, I don't know about you, but if I'm going to jump up or run up or traverse or whatever up a lot of stairs, I'm probably going to get tired after a little while. So I may start off very fast, but if I run up enough stairs, I'm probably going to slow down a little bit. I'll still be going up the stairs, but it may not be as fast as when I first started. So if I'm going up the stairs here, and remember we have multiplication and addition. Which one is going to be increasing faster? If you multiply something or if you add something? Multiply. So if I'm going up the stairs, I'm going to be faster when I first start off. So multiplication happens here. I keep going up higher and higher and higher, and I'm still going up the stairs, but a little bit slower. Your addition goes here. So this is why I think stairs. It tells you the order in which you need to go, and it also helps you remember multiplication, then addition. Multiplication, then addition. If you can nail this down, converting your mixed number into an improper fraction is going to be a piece of cake. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something today. And if you did, be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. See you again next week.